Hello everyone and welcome to Creative Lesson. In this lesson we will learn about whitespaces. It is significant to Python in ways you might not be accustomed. Don't worry, everyone coming to Python from a curly braced language struggles at first, but it does get better. So let's get started. Whitespaces. What are whitespaces? White spacing refers to any non-printing characters such as spaces, tabs, and end-of-line symbols. They are also called indentations. So why is it used instead of curly brackets? Well, the answer is that apart from making the code look pretty, it is required for indicating what a statement belongs to. So does it matter? Well, yes, a missing or an extra space in a Python block could cause an error or unexpected behavior. Statements within the same block of code need to be indented at the same level. So the general problem with Python learners is that they mix tabs with spaces. So my advice is that don't do it. Okay, so we learned what are white spaces, so let's get to programming. I have a simple program here. Don't worry about code complication or the algorithm, just focus on indentation. From here, a user inputs an answer, the if statement thinks on it, and if the answer is apple, then it will print a logging on, and else if not, then it will print incorrect login username and print all done. You can see that the print statement has been indented 4 spaces. And this tells Python that this print statement is associated with the if statement. 4 spaces is traditional in Python. You can use 2 or 1, it will still work. It only has to be consistent. And let me show you how that consistency works. If I add another print statement and say hello, and if I leave 3 indentations and run this program, and you see we got indentation error saying unindent does not match any outer indentation level. Well, the reason is that Python got confused and it could not run the program. So indentation has to be consistent. If these are 4, this is 4, then this should be 4. If this is 3, 2, and this is also 2, and you run the program, we got no error, and we can write apple and the program runs successfully. So indentation has to be consistent, and for indentation is a tradition. Now consider the else statement. If I unindent this back to the same line and to the same level of else and if statement, then this print statement is no longer with the body of if and else statements. And if we run this and I write apple, you see we got all done. This all done was first with this body with else, but now it is with no body, so it will run even if this runs or does not run, it is no longer with the part of this body. So if again we run and this time we also write orange, you see we again got all done because this will run no longer this block of code exists or not. So bringing back the indentation to level 0, then the code will no longer be the part of that body. So indentation is as white space is significant in Python because Python does not use any curly braces or other characters to indicate the body of the statement. Indentations are used for conditions, functions, and classes. Well, they are used in any place where you are associating a block of code to a particular structure. Now let's talk about indentation level. If I add another if statement here, first I write password is equal to input and say enter your password, and then I say if password is equal to pie, then print hello apple. So this if statement will follow its own indentation, and you can see that this print has now 8 indentations from the start, and this is because it is with the part of this if statement. And in Python we call this indentation level 0, then we call this indentation level 1, and then we call this indentation level 2, and then 3 and 4, so on as we write the code to the right. It is important to note that code at the same level of indentation is only related to it, otherwise it might conflict with the other blocks of code. So we come to the end of the lesson. We learned about white spacing, which is indentation. We learned how it affects the code and what are its levels. Thank you for joining. See you in the next tutorial on commenting code, and goodbye.